Hey, Deshaun. No, one here.
Two shots, two shots. have a 1-on-1. Ball is live on the miss. Ball is live on the miss.
Go get it, Jake! Hey, one man on this. What is going on? Right here.
got you. Mike got you. Rick, ball coming right there for you, Rick. Good ball, Jay.
way, Sean. This way, go. Shot!
I forgot how.
On behalf of our board of directors and administration, Cornerstone Christian Academy, we'd like to welcome you to tonight's varsity contest between the visiting Phoenix of the A's Osborne and the very own Cornerstone Christian Academy. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, we ask that you please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner that is speaking and acting responsibly and showing courtesy and respect to your fellow fans,
And that the tip as Cornerstone controls here in the beginning of the game. Here's Dontavius trying to make a play here in the beginning. I am DeAndre Patrick, and I'm joined by Sam Prochaska. Say hello, Sam.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry I'm a little late, but welcome to Willoughby Hills Cornerstone Christian Academy. Cornerstone is playing Andrews Osborne tonight, and it should be a good game. Michael Bothwell with the first points of the game. The ball stripped. Rebound by Tay Henry there. Tay pushing it up the court, passing to Jeremy Owens. Kicking that out to Tay. Martell has it on the wing. Shot is up. Just off. Jeremy Owens with the rebound, though. He's blocked. Still Cornerstone ball.
Yeah, so Cornerstone is coming up a lot of great wins. Most recently, in a double overtime win against Mentor High School, which was great. Wasn't that a great game, Sam?
Yeah, really good game. It was close the whole way through. Cornerstone came back from down 10, I think, in the fourth quarter. On the back of Michael Bothwell. Oh, miscommunication there. That hurts. Andrews Osborne, let's say.
Oh! What a block by Kendall Saunders.
Came from behind, off the glass.
Oh no, that's not
Travel
a
well there
travel.
on Jeremy Owens, though. Back to that Minor game, though. Michael Bothwell led a huge comeback in the fourth quarter. Cornerstone got back in it. Game actually went into double overtime. But Cornerstone was able to pull away in that second overtime, won the game 66-60, and really a great team win. And the last time we were here at home, if you will remember, Cornerstone pulled off a huge upset win over Garfield Heights.
Oh yes, another great game.
And hopefully they can just keep the good vibes going and keep winning. Andrews Osborne hits that three, though. They take the early 3-2 lead. Kendall Saunders has it, top of the key, passing to Bothwell. Bothwell dropping. Now back out to Owens. Martell will lose it for a second. Driving now. Oh, almost made a nice layup. That's a tough angle, though. Andrews Osborne looking for something. Three goes up, and it's hit. So now Andrews Osborne finds himself up 4. Ball is stolen, gotten back by Martell. Michael Bothwell with it now. Backing up and setting up the offense. Michael passing to Kendall Saunders. Kendall for 3. Just off. Rebound there. Oh. Ball gets inside. Travel called on number 24, Charles. Titus Wheeler bringing the ball up for Cornerstone. Dribbling around, finds Kyle Hudson. Kyle has it on the wing. Back to Wheeler. Cornerstone moving the ball around really well. Oh, that's going to be a travel, though.
Now, Sam, you can see that Titus has entered the game for the first time. Since you are involved in the program directly, what exactly is the reasoning for moving Dontavius to the starting position over Titus?
I am pretty directly involved with the program playing JV, but honestly, I don't know what happens in the coaches' meetings. I'm not sure, but you know, I trust their judgment on it, and hopefully it'll work out. Maybe they're hoping that Titus can be a good leader off the bench.
Yeah, that's a probable assumption there. Seems like so far Cornerstone is a little slow getting into their offense here. They're not really running it in transition as they usually do.
Yeah, they seem to have come out the gate a little slow, finding themselves down 5 to Andrews Osborne, a team that most people would say that they should beat. But I think if they can pick it up, they can get the win here. Kendall Saunders with it. Driving. Floater. Misses. Rebounded there by Kyle Hudson.
It's a very impressive rebound by Kyle.
Yeah, good job of getting in there. Under that big man, number 24, Charles, and securing that rebound and holding it tight. So it'll still be a Cornerstone ball. Titus Wheeler inbounding, looking around, finds Jeremy Owens. Layup. I think that Charles may have gotten a hand off of that. Titus Wheeler locking up on defense. Getting inside. Miss. And fight for the rebound. Jeremy Owens comes up with it. Jeremy Owens taking it himself. You don't see him running the floor with the ball so much. He gets it out to Kendall Saunders. Reggie Adams now has it. He's setting up the offense. Dribbling to the top of the key. Titus Wheeler with it on the wing. Pump fakes and passes to Jeremy Owens. Jeremy looking around, kicking to Kyle Hudson. Kyle looking back to Jeremy. Back to Titus. Titus driving. Kicks out to Kendall. Kendall with the shot. Saunders misses. Rebound there by number 3, Chapman. Layup is good by number 12, Mason. Titus Wheeler with the ball. Dribbling around, driving to the hoop. They're going to call a foul there on Andrews Osborne. Substitutions being made here for Cornerstone as Michael Bothwell, Tay Henry, and Martel Farrell will come in for Ricky Adams, Kendall Saunders, and Kyle Hudson. Michael Bothwell inbounding it to Titus Wheeler. Titus dribbling, passing to Martel. They're going to call a push there on Andrews Osborne. I believe that was on number 1, McPhee. They get it inside Bothwell, and he hits it.
That was a great pass by Martel to get it to Michael.
And number 23 drops that pass. So now it'll be Cornerstone ball. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, and Cornerstone still down 9-4 to Andrews Osborne. They're starting to look a little bit better there. Titus Wheeler with it. Passing to Michael Bothwell. Michael Bothwell, jab step. Dribbling around, he's double teamed. Passes to Martel. Martel kicks it to Wheeler. Back to Farrell. Wheeler with it, dribbling around, almost got it poked out, passing to Bothwell. Bothwell dribbling around, looking, finds Titus Wheeler. Jeremy Owens with it on the wing. Kicking around, now it's back to Titus. Titus goes inside, tough layup, missing. Almost got his own rebound, and Osborne tips it out. Cornerstone ball.
This is great hustle play in the paint, looking for great second chance opportunities. I'm very impressed so far.
Yeah, I noticed that with Titus a lot is even when he gets in the paint and misses the layup, he keeps himself in good position to get the rebound. As Martel Farrell gets a good layup there.
I like the aggression by Martel.
Andrews Osborne moving it around, finding an open man. That's McPhee, hits a shot. And feeling this team out, it seems like McPhee is one of their better shooters. He's already got a three-pointer and then a two-pointer. And now he's got a rebound with that. Referee is whistle. Travel called there on Andrews Osborne. that's another foul there on Andrews Osborne. And see a lot of off-ball fouls. Jordan is throwing it back to Titus Wheeler. Dribbles around, passing to Kendall Saunders. Kendall driving to the hoop. Goes up, foul call. So now Kendall will go to the line and shoot 2.
I'm really liking the unselfishness so far by Cornerstone. Make sure everybody gets a touch on the ball in every possession so everybody can get an opportunity for a shot.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Moving the ball around consistently, and that's something that this team does almost every game. And I say it a lot, but what that does to a defense is it really can wear them out, especially over the course of the game. You're trying to play defense, and you've got to go through screens and follow your man. And there's just constant movement by that offense. That's just really tough to defend, and the defense will get worn out. Here's Osborne trying to throw it in. Adams and Bothwell trapping there. They get it out. Ball with the shot. Missing. Tipped up. Rebound by Titus Wheeler. Titus dribbling around. Finds Jeremy Owens in the paint.
Great find.
Gets the layup.
Also, great concentration, of course, by Jeremy. Make sure he finished that.
Definitely. Mason getting it to McPhee. Andrews Osborne moving around. Deep 3 off the back iron. Mason pulling up mid-range. Another one off the back. Titus Wheeler getting the ball, driving to the hoop.
Oh,
Goes up strong and gets the layup.
great move by Titus to go right to the hole.
Yeah, and you just love that strength from Titus Wheeler. He really does a lot to keep himself in shape, and it really helps, especially on those drives inside, where he can just body those players and get that layup.
Right. Here's Michael. Passing over to Titus. Six seconds left.
Yeah, only 3 seconds remain. Getting inside to Saunders. He gets the layup as time expires. Good play there, and Cornerstone has now gotten the lead. They're up 14-11. They were down most of that quarter, but a late push there really helped them, and now they'll go into the second quarter with a 3-point lead.
Right, here's the start of the second quarter as Titus looks to make a play. And there's a call here. Not Not sure what's happening right now, but the refs think there's a problem with the possession arrow, I believe. Maybe the clock. Anyway, it's some type of situation over at the scorer's table, which of course they're sorting out. Of course, the Ohio High School Athletic Association has some of the best officials in the game.
Of course.
Honestly, they're better than NBA officials, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. Now they're stopping it again because the game clock still hasn't started. Not sure what the issue with that was. There was a couple of issues with the scoreboard in the JV game as well. So hopefully they can fix up and everything's fixed up. Osborne getting inside. They're going to call that a trap.
Oh, great find on Michael from Kendall, as Kendall gets the assist to Michael Bothwell with the easy layup.
Yeah, great play there.
Again, I'm really loving the unselfishness. Cornerstone's pretty much getting shots they want uncontested, as Titus almost came with a steal, and it's a nice little pass there to number 12, Mason.
Ricky Adams with the ball. Dribbling around. Guarded by Chapman. Ball moves around. It's back to Ricky. Jeremy Owens with it. Nobody guarding him. Now Bothwell has it. Michael. I don't know. Oh, he's definitely scores first points. But oh, they get it back. They're going to call that a foul, though, I think. I don't know about that one. Looked like all ball to me, but you know, it's a toss-up. Here's Osborne goes around. Mason has it on the way. Passing over to Ohana. Ohana missing the shot. Wheeler driving, kicking. Kendall Saunders with the pump fake, getting it inside to Owens. He dropped it though, and Andrews Osborne with the steal. Three-pointer on the fast break. Don't see that too often, but he drains it, and it's back to a tied game with 6.5 minutes remaining in the half. Excuse me, I think that they called that a two-pointer, so the score is 16-15. Cornerstone kicking around. Titus Wheeler with it. Shot from the wing, just off. Foul called on Cornerstone, and it'll be Andrews Osborne ball. Substitution being made here in just a second for Cornerstone. It appears that Kyle Hudson, Martel Farrell, and Tate Henry will be coming into the game. Not sure who they're coming in for just yet. Always subbing out Ricky Adams, Titus Wheeler, and Jeremy Adams. That Cornerstone press. Good move. Shot goes up, missing.
It's a bad shot. It was a good move, but I just don't like shots like that.
Hudson with it. And off there, Chapman with the ball. One of their better shooters. Pulls up, missing. Kendall Saunders with the rebound, passing to Tate Henry.
What pass.
Good pass down the court to Farrell. missing.
Sounds like the crowd wanted a foul called. Corner 3 by number 13. He misses. Rebound now. And looks like he threw it off of Kyle's leg, and it's going to be Andrew's Osborne ball.
It's Ohana who has it on the wing. Pass to Chapman, who's guarded by Kendall Saunders. Tay Henry poking it loose. Andrews Osborne gets it back down. Number 2, that's Thompson. Kicking it out to Mason. Mason driving. Passing to Ohana. Back to Mason. And that's out of bounds on Mason. Cornerstone ball. And it seemed like that was a lot of ball movement, but it led to a pretty bad shot.
Yeah.
You know, you love the ball movement, but I think there was a couple times where they could have gotten much better shots than throwing that layup. Tay Henry with the ball now. He appears to be playing a point guard role, which isn't the usual for Cornerstone. Michael Bothwell has it now.
I mean, as Tay says he's a facilitator, so coaches are going to let him embrace that role that he believes he has. It's Kendall, open 3. He misses, but Michael with the putback.
Foul called. Not sure, that might have been on Michael. No, they're going to call that on Thompson of Andrews Osborne. Tay Henry with it, calling out the play. Kyle Hudson now has it on the wing. Passing to Kendall Saunders. Kendall taking to Martell. Well, passing back to Kendall. Kendall looking out to Hudson. Right around 3.5 minutes left in the half here. Henry has it. Dribbling, looking, passing to Kyle. Back to Saunders. Bothwell has it. Bothwell, jab step, driving, pulling up, and just off. Andrews Osborne with a good layup there. That was number 22, Adams. Cornerstone getting it back up the court pretty quickly. Michael Bothwell has it. Bothwell driving, layup is good. And he's so tough to defend on those drives to the rim. It seems like he always creates enough space to lay it in, and that's just so dangerous. Tay Henry guarding Chapman. Tay, one of the better defenders on the team, despite his size. Kick out. And that's number 22, Adams again. 5 quick points for him coming off the bench. Kyle Hudson dribbling it up, passing to Tay Henry. 2.5 minutes remain in the second quarter. Tay looking to set up this offense here as Michael Bothwell has it at the top of the key. Kendall Saunders sets a screen. Bothwell for 3, missing. Rebound by Henry. Henry goes back up, blocked. Kyle Hudson with the rebound, fouled. And so Cornerstone will have 2 shots at the line. Good job of them. They kept going for it. 3 offensive rebounds in that sequence, I think. And a really good job of Cornerstone fighting for the ball.
Yeah, that's great. Again, hustle is what keeps these guys in, especially if you're coming off the bench. If you are a good hustle player, you're going to get minutes.
Yeah, that can be your entire role on the team, is just being a hustle player and doing the things that you need to do. And coaches love that. Jackson's second shot coming up here. It's good. So now Cornerstone will tie up the game. Timeout called here. Looks like it was called by Cornerstone. Tay Henry guarding Chapman here. Back to Chapman. Chapman driving, kicking out to Key. Mason with it. Mason driving. And he passes to one of the fans in the stands there. I believe that pass was to Dakota Shandle, who is one of the biggest players on Cornerstone's team. Probably at least one of the top 2 biggest players, and just plays with a lot of finesse. This is really impressive. Ricky Adams hitting his first free throw there. Under a minute remains here in the half. Cornerstone's up 23-20. Looking to make it a 2-score game, and Ricky Adams does. 24-20 is now the score, and Andrews Osborne has called timeout. Chapman has it now. Andrews Osborne picking it out around the top of the key. Mason with the ball. He's dribbling, guarded by Michael Bothwell. He gets inside, passing out. Adams with the 3. Wow, he has been really good off the bench for them. That's 8 points that I've counted on 3 shots. Really good job by him. And Mason doing a good job of facilitating and kicking out after that drive. Cornerstone will likely hold on to this last shot here. 10 seconds remain. Michael Bothwell with the ball. Looks like an ISO. Michael, late inside, shoots, hits it with 1 second remaining. That'll send us to halftime. And that's 2 late buckets there by the Patriots at the end of both the first and second quarters. Really good job. And those last second buckets can give you a real big momentum boost into the next quarter, next half. And so now Cornerstone will go into the half with a 3-point lead. The score is 26-23 over Andrews Osborne Academy. And Cornerstone was down early. They've been making adjustments and doing what they need to do to secure this lead.
here we have the start of the second half.
Tay Henry bringing the ball up the court. Start of this third quarter. Cornerstone still up 3. Michael Bach, ball jab step. Stepping back. They get it inside to Jeremy Owens, who goes up and finishes inside. Great play there by Jeremy Owens.
And I think I feel some energy in this building again, just a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of fans were able to make it out today. Not one of the bigger games on the schedule, but when you have so few home games, you know,
Yeah,
tend to get a lot of
yeah.
fans to come out.
Originally, this game was scheduled to be against Twinsburg, but they canceled on us for undisclosed reasons.
Yeah, and so CCA had to make an emergency rescheduling, and that's why we are playing Andrews Osborne today. Cornerstone up 5 right now, 28-23 is the score with 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Shot there by Chapman is off. McPhee with the rebound. Kendall Saunders with the steal, passing it up to Marcel Farrell. And they'll say that was a clean block. Out of bounds on Mason, but it'll still be Cornerstone ball. Michael Bothwell will inbound it. And referee had to sort a couple things out there. Seemed to be like there was a little pushing and shoving. And now they'll call an offensive foul on Jeremy Owens. And I mean, sorry, but that seemed pretty clear cut to me. He had to have known that after that the refs were going to be looking right at him. And he got right up into the chest of McPhee there. And honestly, if the ref's staring, that's going to be a foul every time. Now it seems like he's having a little discussion with the referee. But,
Kind, gentle discussion, of course.
Hopefully. Nothing came out of it, so I assume that it was a kind, gentle discussion. Chapman with the ball, guarded by Tay Henry. Now Mason with it. Getting inside. Foul called. It's going to be on the floor. Andrews Osborne will take it out of bounds. Mason will inbound it. They get it inside. And that's a bucket by number 24, Charles. Timeout called here by Cornerstone. Actually, I think that was called by Andrews Osborne. Not entirely sure if they called it before or after the bucket there. Nonetheless, the timeout. 30-second timeout. Cornerstone ball here with 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Tay Henry passing it in to Titus Wheeler. Back to Henry. Surprisingly enough, Henry has been taking the ball up for Cornerstone for the entirety of the game, just about.
Yeah, one thing I love about Tay is his confidence. He's always confident in himself, no matter how many mistakes he makes. He always knows his role. He embraces his role, but he wants to be able to do as much as possible with it and really strive in it.
Henry gets in, passing out to Ricky Adams. Kyle Hudson with a shot. It's good. Good shot there by Kyle Hudson. And today, when he found out during JV warm-ups that he was going to be playing a lot during the varsity game, he was ecstatic. He was really excited to get the opportunity to show what he can do on the varsity level.
Yeah, of course.
And you got to be excited for him. And he's showing his shooting prowess with that three-pointer there. It was called a jump ball there between Titus Wheeler and Charles. And it'll be Andrews Osborne ball off the possession arrow. Chapman with the shot. Missing. Okana tips it, and Charles cleans it up and gets the bucket.
That was a strong rebound by Charles there.
Kyle Hudson dribbling around, passing to Ricky Adams. Pass to Bothwell, now to Wheeler. Cornerstone moving it around a lot. Bothwell has it, kicking out to Kyle Hudson. He's shooting again, and another hit. That's 2 straight threes for Kyle Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
Playing really well right now.
Really love to see Kyle get some confidence in his three-point shot here on the varsity level, as you said. And that floater was missed by Chapman.
Yeah, and then a rebound by Kyle Hudson. And you see that he's doing a really good job of embracing his role and running within the system that Cornerstone's varsity plays.
Yeah.
You really don't, you wouldn't think that he doesn't get a lot of varsity minutes.
Right, because
he's been playing really well and just blending in with that system.
Yeah, so hopefully, of course, we had him, Kendall, and Kendall goes inside all the way, and there's a score.
Wow, great job by Kendall, great play there. Oh, and Charles, the guy he crossed out, didn't seem too happy about it. Seemed like he gave him a little shot on the way back. Pass inside, Adams missing the layup. Tough shot, though, off the alley-oop. Ricky Adams, wide open three, and he'll hit that. That's an easy shot. You cannot get a player as good as Ricky. And timeout call by Andrews Osborne. Cornerstone has jumped out now to a 12-point lead with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The score, 39-27, Cornerstone leads.
Yes, and now is a great time to try to swell this lead. Third quarter is always one of the most deciding quarters in the game, and it's good that Cornerstone's found a way to go on a run, a very important run here in the third quarter.
Yeah, you mentioned the third quarter being one of the most decisive quarters. Everyone thinks about, the fourth quarter because that's where the game's decided. And that's true, but especially in the third quarter, this is where you're seeing who's going to be playing catch-up in that last quarter and who's going to be holding on to that lead and have the freedoms of trying to drain the clock and do all that in the fourth quarter. And so it's really important, and Cornerstone's been playing really well here out of this halftime break. Timeout coming to an end here. It'll be Andrews Osborne ball on the sideline. Little confusion, and Andrews Osborne's coach was pretty upset there. Ohana, number 13, will inbound it for Andrews Osborne. Gets it to Mason. Mason passing it up court to Chapman. Chapman's trapped, but gets it back to Mason. Three goes up, missing. Foul called. It's going to be on Michael Bothwell of Cornerstone, and it'll be Andrews Osborne ball on the baseline. Mason inbounding it. They might run into a 5-second count here, but he gets it out of there. Ohana with the ball now. Passing to Chapman. Chapman, quick shot, missing. Good rebound there by Titus Wheeler. And, well, as he gets it up to Kendall Saunders, going up for the layup, It's a foul, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. But what I was saying there was one of the more underrated aspects of this team is their ability to box out. This team takes a lot of pride in boxing out, especially considering that they don't have any huge players. They've got big guys such as Kendall Saunders, who is shooting at the free throw line right now, missed his first one. But they don't have like huge, DeMarcus Cousins style centers who can just use their body to get any rebound they want.
Right.
And so they take a lot of pride in boxing out, getting low, and the coaches keep track of box outs too. They have some of the JV players who aren't playing in the game. They have them track those, and good boxing out is a key to winning games. And great move by Saunders there. Great
move. That was very strong. Kendall really seems to be taking it upon himself to be the premier player of this game.
Yep, Chapman's shot is missed, and Saunders gets the rebound. But as I was saying about boxing out, you really only notice how effective it is when you play against them and you see that. And I say that because in practice this week, again, I play JV, so I practice a lot with the varsity team. And there was a scrimmage, and I got to get in against the varsity starters. And, it's insanely tough because, I'm pretty undersized compared to them. But still, whenever a shot went up, I could not get anywhere near the paint because there was always someone running at me to box me out, get into me. And, I mean, you really only notice how effective it is when that happens. Michael Bothwell at the line now. Cornerstone with a pretty wide lead, up 14, scores 43 to 29. Make that 44-29 as Michael makes his second free throw. Cornerstone pressing. Getting the steal is Ricky Adams. Ricky dribbling up. Now going back inside,
feed.
passing to Jeremy Owens.
What?
And that's going to be called 3 seconds in the paint on the offense. You got to live with the call sometimes. But that was a great steal and great defense by Cornerstone there. Kendall Saunders with another great block. That's his second big block that he's had today off the glass. And, it's like LeBron James. When you're watching LeBron James,
right.
you know whenever the other team even gets a wide open fast break, it's never a certainty against LeBron James that other team is going to get the layup because it's just impossible. And a lot of the times, if the offensive player's only got a step on him, you expect him to block it.
Yeah, or at least have a good attempt.
Yeah.
Rarely would you see LeBron or Kendall just lay back and just let the layup happen if he's only a step away, like you said.
Yeah, a lot of it is hustle. It's like there was a foul called there on Cornerstone. 1-on-1 opportunity. No, excuse me, sorry. I thought that they were going towards the free throw line, but I was mistaken. Andrews Osborne getting it in. Mason with the ball. He's looking around, setting the offense up. Pass outside to Chapman on the wing. Back to Mason. Mason for 3, missing. Bothwell with the rebound. Bothwell with the spin move. Passing to Tay Henry. They get it to Jeremy Owens. Back to Henry. Kendall Saunders has it at the top of the key, passing to Titus Wheeler. Titus dribbling around. Dribbling inside.
Oh, great feed.
Dumps it to Michael Bothwell, and he misses the layup.
Oh, but he got it back.
Got the steal. Good job, Michael. And surprising there because Michael will make that layup 9.9 times out of 10.
Yeah, but you saw he double clutched it.
Yeah.
You saw the block was coming.
Yeah. It's not an easy layup, but Yeah, you go to expect Michael to make those, but still, great hustle play on the other end to get it back. Now he has it. He's driving inside. Kicking out to Tay Henry. Tay for three. Missing. McPhee with the rebound. He kicks it out quick to Mason. Did he get it off? Nope, and he missed it anyways. Score is 44-29 at the end of the third quarter. Cornerstone enjoying a 15-point lead and playing pretty well.
Yeah, very rare to see Tay take a shot at all. But, you know, with a lead like this, maybe they'll let him shoot. I mean, it's not like he can't shoot. He's hit a few threes this year so far, so, you know, feed him and get him hot, and this could be a good night for him.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about Tay is that, you know, he's not the best offensive player. He's not going to put up 20 points on a good night, on any night. But, you know, his effectiveness as a player is seen in other ways. When he locks up on defense, the way he hustles. He's one of the best runners on the team in sprints and whatnot. He's always leading the pack in that. So, you know, he's got a high motor, and that's something you love to see. He can pass, he knows all the plays, and that's where his role is. He knows that his role isn't to put up the huge numbers as far as points, but he plays in his role really well. And we've been talking about that for a lot of the game, is playing in your role. And a lot of the players on CCA, I would say, embrace that, embrace having a role on the team. And that's something that you love to have. Jeremy Owens passing it to Martel Farrell on the wing. Kendall Saunders has it. Jab step, looking, passing to Tay Henry. Tay, pump fake. Oh, bad pass there. Should have lobbed it up a little bit more to Kendall Saunders, but Thompson gets the steal and the lay-in. And Michael Bothwell yelling out some instruction to Tay Henry, and now Cornerstone will take a timeout with 7.5 minutes remaining in the game. Cornerstone is up 13 right now, playing a good game. From what I've seen, it looks like they should probably honestly be blowing out Andrews Osborne, but still, it's a wide margin. Cornerstone's doing all the right things, and they're just hoping to hold on to this lead till the end.
Run, sprint, go, fast. All up. Great today. I'm proud.
All right, sorry, our camera here from the booth was running on battery, and that's why it was out for a second there, but we've got it back now. Thanks for tuning in with us, all of you that are here. Mark it on the wing. Kicks inside to Kendall Saunders. Oh, Kendall tried to find Tay Henry there. And that's going to be a foul called on Tay Henry. Ball was stolen there by Mason. Cornerstone appears to be pressing. Thompson with the ball. Now passing to Ohana. Back to Thompson. Passing to Mason down court. He's guarded by Martel Farrell. Dribbling around. Now guarded by Michael Bothwell. Cornerstone playing in a 2-3 zone right now. Mason has it at the top of the key. They get it to Thompson in the corner. Getting it inside, passing it around still. Good ball movement here by Andrews Osborne. Get it inside, floater is good. And pretty solid offensive possession there by Andrews Osborne. Cornerstone running back on offense. Now slowing it down. Bothwell takes the screen, guarded by McPhee. Kicking to Martel. Farrell passing to Owens. Owens has it, dribbling around, crossover. Now kicking out to Saunders. Back to Henry. Good ball movement. Henry driving, foul, and one. Good play there by Henry. The strength to keep control of that ball after being fouled and dropping it in for the and one.
Now you can see that, of course, is another great boost of confidence for Tay to go in and show that, yes, he can score. And, of course, it's great to see his teammates encouraging him as he is going to the line to finish off the and one.
Substitution being made here by Cornerstone with around 6 minutes remaining in the game. Tay Henry with his and one shot coming up. Off the back rim, it's rebounded by Mason. Getting it to Chapman. And you see that Andrews Osborne this whole game, they've been trying to push the pace. Not very effective, though, against a Cornerstone team that really does a good job of getting back on defense. Shot goes up, missed, tipped out of bounds. They're going to say that was off of Titus Wheeler's fingers. And it'll be Andrews Osborne ball. Chapman inbounding it. Now Mason has it. Looking around, passing to Ohana. Out to Chapman. Mason driving, going up, missing. McPhee with the rebound, though. Gets the foul and one. And tough call there by the ref. Not certain if Saunders' arms were completely vertical or not, and so he called the foul there. But I think it could have gone either way, to be honest.
Yeah, but at least it seems like the calls have been consistent throughout the game. So
Yeah,
I don't
you
really
like to
have
see
much
that.
to complain about the refs.
Yeah. Timeout called now. I believe that was by Andrews Osborne. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. Cornerstone is up 46-36. And I don't think it's time to get into panic mode yet. Certainly not. But, you know, Andrews Osborne is closing that gap. And that's something that Cornerstone wants to put an end to. They probably want to string off a couple of buckets here and get a good run to finish the game. Ricky Adams will inbound the ball here off the timeout. Gets it to Titus Wheeler. Titus goes to the ground with it, and they'll say that's a travel. Andrews Osborne ball. Substitution being made here as Kyle Hudson checks back into the game. He'll come in for Titus Wheeler. Tay Henry guarding Chapman here. Screen. Henry goes through it.
Screen
Mason
like
with
there
the
was
ball.
Some arms in that screen there.
Yeah. Adams missing that. Nothing called. Martel goes up and gets fouled.
Yeah, Martel's getting, even though he was fouled, I feel like that could have been an N1 situation if Martel was just a little stronger with the ball. I think that's something that Martell, I think, should work on when he's attacking the rim on a fast break. He seems to get tripped or blocked or fouled on most of those opportunities. So I think maybe he should really work on trying to be stronger going to the rim.
Yeah, I would agree with that as he misses his first free throw attempt. Substitution being made. Michael Bothwell comes back into the game. A little confusion here amongst the referees. Looks like Michael will have to check in at the scorer's table again. And now I think we're fine. All right. Only problem with these referees is there's been a lot of stoppages in this game.
Yeah, but I think that attests to their desire to make sure everything is going correctly, which is always good.
Yeah, that's true. I'd have to agree there. Ohana missing the shot. Tay Henry with the rebound, pushing it up court. He's getting trapped. Ball is stolen by Mason. They get it up court to Ohana. Michael Bothwell almost got the block. Ball somehow slipped under his hand. And that's the bucket for Ohana.
Yeah,
and now this game is back to single digits.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say is now is not the time to let Andrew Osborne go on a run here. We got to keep Andrews Osborne far away from any possibility of coming back into this game. And so now is the time for Cornerstone to play lockdown defense and hopefully get some easy buckets on the offensive end. Oh, great find to Kyle. As Kyle is really scoring this game efficiently.
Yeah, really good job by him. I think that's 8 points on the night, if I'm correct. I believe he's had 2 threes and then that layup. Good job by him as Mason goes in, gets the bucket. Back to an 8-point game.
Wow.
Tay Henry gets blocked. Recovered by Cornerstone. Michael Bothwell has it at the top of the key. Under 4 minutes remain now. Tay Henry with it. Passing to Kyle Hudson. Hudson to Adams. Ricky Adams dribbling. Behind the back. Almost lost it. Gets it out to Tay Henry. Tay driving. Passes it. I believe, and it's going to be Andrews Osborne ball.
Now is not a good time to get sloppy. Cornerstone really needs to correct this. If they can't play defense well on this next possession, now might be a good time for a timeout.
Yeah, and you use the term sloppy. I have to agree with that. I'm not going to lie and say that this has been Cornerstone's best game. I think that and that's going to be called a hold on McGee there on that rebound. And now it'll be Cornerstone ball. But, you know, this hasn't really been Cornerstone's best game. I think, in all honesty, I think they'll still get the W against Andrews Osborne just because they don't have the talent to compete with Cornerstone. But, you know, I just think that Cornerstone's had a bit of a rough night. I don't think they were necessarily ready to play tonight. They've still been doing pretty well, though. And, again, I think it's enough to get the win. But some of that sloppiness, I think, can be attributed to the schedule that Cornerstone's been playing recently. A lot of games, specifically that double overtime against
So you
Menor.
think that... Oh, is that a block by Ricky?
Oh, good block there by Ricky Adams.
Anyway, so you think that fatigue is...
Yeah, I think
what's the problem?
fatigue has to play a part in this somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Cornerstone had that game against Menor. An off day Sunday, but then yesterday there was a lot of conditioning because some of the players weren't wearing ankle braces, which was required of them.
Yeah.
And so the team
Steal
had
by
to run a
Ricky.
little bit. Good steal there. Ricky Adams gets fouled on the way up, and he'll have 2 shots at the line trying to make this a 10-point game again with 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the last quarter here. First shot up and good by Ricky Adams. Here comes his second one. Another good shot there. Good form by Ricky. And again, it's a 10-point game. Score is 50-40. Cornerstone leading over Andrews Osborne. Shot is missed. Michael Bothwell getting the rebound, going coast to coast, going up, gets the layup. Andrews Osborne with the timeout now. 2:26 remains, and Cornerstone now has a 12-point lead. The score 52-40. And Cornerstone starting to clean it up a little bit, and if they can continue this, I think that they'll be able to cruise to the finish line in this game.
It seems that Mike has had kind of a quiet night so far. Hasn't seemed to been as aggressive, but still taking good shots and being efficient on the floor. Of course, as you said, it's probably due to fatigue, as he especially was suffering in that double overtime win.
Yeah, he went down with cramps in the first overtime, and well, no, I think it was in the middle of the second overtime when Michael went down with cramps and wasn't able to play the rest of the game, but his team was able to finish it out for him. And so maybe that's still bothering him. I've noticed that his shooting really hasn't been as we've come to expect today, but when he's driving to the basket, he's always hard to stop, and he's been doing a really good job when he's driving.
Yeah, well, he really hasn't taken many threes.
Yeah, that's
or many
well, yeah,
jumpers.
yeah. I wouldn't say that he's off as much as he's not finding the space to take those kind of shots. Andrews Osborne moving the ball. Ohana with the shot. It's good for three. And that's a shot that'll probably keep them in the game for now at least. Still a 9-point lead for Cornerstone. Ricky Adams trapped, getting it inside. Jeremy Owens goes up. Charge. They'll say that Chapman took that charge there, and it'll be Andrews Osborne ball.
Yeah, you can see Jeremy's very visibly frustrated. It's just not been his night. But of course, you can use this as fuel for the next game.
Yeah. Chapman bringing the ball up. Under 2 minutes remain now. And if you're Cornerstone, I think that you've got to just try and burn clock at this point. Missed layup there. Ooh, Ricky almost stumbled there, but kept his dribble alive.
That might have been because of the court that needs to be replaced.
Yeah, a lot of duct tape out there, a lot of dead spots sort of on the court. But you just got to roll with it. Both teams have to deal with it. Mason with the ball. Kicking out. Chapman for three. Oh, and he hits it. Well, hey, that makes things interesting. Now a 6-point game. 2-possession game. And again, I'm not going into full panic mode yet, but I'm
not going in any panic mode.
Yeah, I don't think that this is too much to worry about, but Cornerstone certainly has to clean their act up if they're gonna win this game. They gotta stop making so many mistakes. If they can, honestly, I think that if they can just maintain the ball, be careful with the rock, and just be careful with the ball on their offensive possessions, I think that they'll win this game. Again, 1 minute, 32 seconds remain in this game. Cornerstone is up 52-46 on Andrews Osborne. Jeremy Owens will inbound the ball for Cornerstone. Kicking to Michael Bothwell. Michael Bothwell guarded by Mason. Finds Ricky Adams. Cross-court pass to Jeremy Owens. Back to Ricky Adams. Minute 20 remains. He's dribbling around, finds Owens. Gets it inside to Saunders. Saunders going up. Travel called on Kendall Saunders. And now Andrews Osborne will have the ball with a minute 16 left, and it's a 6-point game.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that they're going to be shooting for 3, and if they can hit a 3, then it'll be a one-possession game. Ohana for 3, just off. That would have made things certainly a lot more interesting, but Michael Bothwell gets the rebound. They get it to Kendall Saunders, over to Jeremy Owens. He's fouled.
That is a tough fall there. Hopefully Jeremy's okay as he's still on the ground. He's a tough guy, though. He'll probably get up in a second. And it looks like his goggles came off.
Yeah, looks like he took a shot to the head maybe there.
Yeah.
Goggles off, as you said. He seems to be okay, though. Just a little bit shell-shocked, you might say. But he's going to have to come in and take these free throws for Cornerstone. Referee's waiting on him. J.O. steps to the line. 58 seconds remain in this game. First free throw is good.
Yeah, and last season, Jeremy was not the best free throw shooter, but as of late, Jeremy's really been knocking down those free throws whenever he gets a chance, especially in late game situations. He's really been the guy to really ice those games in clutch moments.
Yeah, and that's invaluable when you can make free throw shots like that. You know, that's huge when the team can convert a high percentage of those. Shot is off, and I think that that's going to be the nail in the coffin here. 48 seconds remain, and Kendall Saunders buries that nail in. 10-point game now with 40 left. Mason driving up the court. Might have been a travel, but Michael Bothwell got it. And Ricky Adams lays it in. Wow, and just maybe, 10 seconds ago it was a 6-point game?
Yeah.
And now it's gotten out to 12 points. Andrews Osborne able to get the bucket there. Timeout called by them. 20 seconds remain in this game. And again, not sure about the timeout because I think that this game's just about over. But you know, it's always good to have faith in yourself, and you can see that Andrews Osborne certainly has faith in themselves. They think that they could make this comeback in 20 seconds.
Yeah,
you know, it reminds you of a certain comeback that Tracy McGrady made when he was playing in the NBA for the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
So, you know, what was that? 13 points in like a minute? I forget. But you know,
yeah,
anything's possible.
Yeah, maybe they might have a Tracy McGrady on their team.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe there's someone who's just waiting for the right moment to shine here. You never know. Anything is possible in this sport. And as this game's coming to a close, I'm realizing we talk about professional sports a lot during this. We didn't get a chance to talk about the Cavs' moves that they made at the trade deadline. So as the ball goes out of bounds, it'll be Andrews Osborne ball. Give me your quick, maybe 1-minute recap of what you thought of the trades.
First of all, let me just say that I really approve of this trade. I didn't really like Isaiah Thomas not because I thought he was a bad player, especially not on the offensive end. It's just he wasn't the type of guy that you want in your locker room. I really noticed that when the media would come out and ask him stuff, and he would just speak negatively. And when you're in a bad situation, you should never give up on your players and say bad things like, oh, they always do this and that. But I'm just glad we got rid of him. Crowder wasn't really doing what I thought he would do. So adding these new younger pieces really speed things up.
All right. Well, yeah, I would agree with that. I think that you've got a rejuvenated LeBron now. He's happy. Gives him a lot more chance to stay. I like that they didn't trade the Nets pick. think that's huge.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that there's some solid moves. 3 seconds remain in the game. Jeremy Owens with the final rebound. And that'll end it. Cornerstone gets the win here against Andrews Osborne. Again, not the best game for Cornerstone. Looked like they came out a little bit flat, but they were able to pull out the win in the end. Solid game by them. Just overall good job, and hopefully they'll get a little rest and get prepared. Not entirely familiar with the schedule. Do you know what that next game will be?
Not sure at the moment, but I can find out.
All right, well, whatever that next game is, hopefully Cornerstone will be prepared.
The next game is against Villangelo St. Joe's on Thursday. It's a away game.
All right, well, I think that we've got just one more home game left. It's a broadcast to you folks. It's been a great season, and hopefully we'll be able to finish it on a high note with that broadcast. But you know, good game by CCA, and for CCA, they're coming up on tournament time, and they've got pretty solid position, number 1 in the district, based on the playoff schedule that just came out, and so I don't think that we will be able to broadcast any of those games. We've had the conversation, but we don't think that it will be able to work out because of the OHSAA's contractual obligations, unfortunately. But we'll be watching the whole time, and it'll be fun to see Cornerstone in the playoffs. But that's all for tonight, folks. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And I don't think we'll be able to get an interview. I think that we're just going to end the broadcast here. But this is Sam Prochaska.
And DeAndre Patrick.
Signing off.